What's going on, everybody? This is Tay Breezy here. We're back again with another GLDL matchup here. This is week 3. I'm going up against Flame. And regarding to my week 1 and week 2 matches, I did already play them. I will link the videos from their POV in the description if you want to go check them out. But just as a little heads up, I did win the week 1 matchup against Blaze. And then my week 2 matchup, I did lose very badly. So anyway, we're just going to hop straight into this. I felt pretty confident about everything that I did here as far as my planning and my prep and my matchup and everything like that. But I lead off with Iron Bundle and Flutter Main here against Hydreigon and Landorus. And in my head, I already knew that Tailwind was going to come out. And he decides to go with his Terra on Hydreigon, Terra Fire, which makes sense now that I think about it, just because I know he wants to kind of resist the ice moves from my Iron Bundle, because Iron Bundle kind of just runs through his team. So I clicked Icy Wind regardless onto the Hydreigon, and the Landorus protects, and then I protect on my Flutter Mane as well. So, and then I decide to, I'm pretty sure I end up tearing on this turn or not. There was a lot of debating going on as I was doing all of this, but yeah, I think I ended up doing Terra Freeze Dry onto the Landorus, and then I think I clicked Power Gem onto the Hydreigon. And I'm actually kind of glad that I ended up going with Power Gem on my Flutter Mane. There probably could have been other moves that I went on with, but it is what it is. But I get the KO onto the Landorus, which is nice. He clicks Snarl to lower my special attack, which now because of that, I don't get the KO. I will say with my 2 mons, with these 2 mons that I have, there was a lot of just last minute things that I changed on it. I had a different Terra type on Bundle at first. I had Terra Water, but I switched to Terra Ice. At first, I had my Flutter Mane as Timid, but then I switched it to Modest just because during my testing, I wasn't getting enough KOs and stuff like that. So I decided to switch it up a little bit as far as my prep goes. I double protect on this turn, and or at least on that last turn. On this turn, I think my Iron Bundle ends up dying here, getting KO'd, I'm pretty sure. And I'll just kind of let this play out a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. Oh, I actually live on 8, which surprises me. Oh, yeah, there it is. I thought I was tripping. I do end up getting the KO here on the Hydreigon, which is nice, because I already know he was probably going to keep clicking Snarl. So I ended up throwing in my Great Tusk, and then he throws out his Slowbro, which I was surprised that was actually his 4th mon. To me personally, I just felt like I had a way better matchup with it. I ended up switching on my Flutter Mane here because I'm already -2 special attack and it's not going to be doing anything. So I decided to throw in my Gothita. I one-hit KO the Slowbro, which I knew that was going to happen with Headlong Rush. So yeah, I knew that was coming. And then he clicks Thunderbolt on my Gothita, which doesn't do too much because I'm running EVO on it. And then I'm pretty much I win the game here. I click Fake Out, and then I close combat and get the KO here. So I win game 1. I feel pretty confident at this point, and I felt like I can win the set, but we're just going to keep going. So I lead the same matchup, and he decides to lead Hydreigon and Hisuian Electrode, which at this point I already knew that I wasn't outspeeding the Electrode, and I knew it was either Scarfed or Specs. He never told me which one it was, but again, I double protect. He clicks Tailwind, which whatever. Tailwind. There wasn't much I was going to be able to do against the Tailwind anyway. unless I did my own, but my Fletcher was not going to be able to do anything in this matchup, so I decided against it. I Terra Ice again, and I think he decides to Terra Fire again on this Hydreigon. He clicks Thunderbolt, I live. If I didn't Terra there, I'm pretty sure I'd die. I was actually kind of upset that I missed the Icy Wind on the Electrode, which, I mean, I rarely see that move miss, but it is what it is. I get the damage off or whatever, but my Iron Bundle dies, so I think I end up going, I ended up going to my Great Tusk here just because Click Protect here on my Fluttermane, and I click Ice Spinner onto the Electrode. Snarl does not matter to my physical attacker. And then I die because of the aftermath. Or no. Completely disregard that I said that. I don't know why I said that. He sends out Landorus. And I think I'm pretty sure. I think I switch again with my Fluttermane. Do I not? Yeah, I switch. That's what I thought. Because again, Snarl is a pain in the butt. Clicks Sidekick on my Landorus. I mean, he clicks Signer with his Landorus, and then I died on my Great Tusk. My Fluttermane comes back out here, and I think it's after this turn, it's kind of when things get kind of downhill for me. After this turn, everything kind of just falls apart and my frustration kind of comes in, but I ended up playing still decent. Usually when I get frustrated, I play really bad, but you're gonna see why I kind of get frustrated here a little bit. So on my Fluttermane, I am max special attack with Life Orb. I get this helping hand and I'm clicking Power Gem onto the Rotom, and the Rotom does not die. I was very frustrated, and he told me afterwards that he lived on 4 health. I was very upset. I was so surprised that it did not get the KO, and it made me kind of think if I should have just went with Booster Energy instead. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but he told me he was AV, max HP, so I guess I wasn't going to get the KO regardless. So after that, I'm kind of like, all right, maybe I can switch up my leads with the same 4 mons, but just switch it up a little bit and see if I can still get the KO or get the win. But yeah, I lead with Gothita and Great Tusk, and I click Fake Out, and then he clicks Chloroblast, which that's a move I actually was not prepared for. But I get the KO on Electro, but because I think it was Rocky Helmet on it or something like that, but I die, or I guess I just die because of the aftermath or whatever. I don't know, stupid ability. So at this point, I'm kind of like, all right, I don't know really what else to do here, so I'm gonna just do whatever I can. In my head, I'm still like, at this moment, I'm thinking he's still gonna do his Terra Fire stuff, or whatnot, but I think at one point I did actually contemplate switching out here and going to my Fluttermane, but I decided to not do so. He Terras his Landorus into Terra Steel, which for me was not expecting a Terra Steel Landorus, let alone him tearing his Landorus anyway. Like, as the match was going on, I was like, he's never going to Terra that, but he did it anyway. So he gets the Tailwind off or whatnot. It is what it is. And at that point, I already knew that the game was over. Like, I was going to lose this game, therefore losing the set. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can at this point to at least get some KOs to kind of lower the differential. But because of the Tailwind, I'm not faster anymore, and so I don't really get to do anything here. So I'm sitting out the Florida main. Like I said, at this point, I already kind of knew that I lost, so I'm just clicking stuff because I surprisingly lived the Earth Power here, but like I said, the Tailwind doesn't help me and give me any sort of favors. So, like I said, I ended up losing here, and literally because of what happened in Game 2, I don't end up winning the whole thing. With Rotom living somehow, but GG's to Flame. It was such a good matchup. I was actually super stressed going into this matchup just because of how my track record is of doing this kind of stuff. So, like I said, GG's to him, and we're going to be on to week 4 next week, and I look forward to it. So, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.